Alright, assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Phantom from DCS World Pakistan. उम्मीद है आप सब लोग खैरियत से होंगे. And this is our semi-final matchup against the Rolling Thunders. और पहली दफ़ा हम फेस कर रहे हैं GF17 Thunders को. This is Team PAK representing DCS World Pakistan and comprised of Phantom and my wingman Spark. So Spark will be leading this formation. We have just lined up on the runway, just having a look at our systems, making sure everything is set, and we are ready for action. So we're pretty excited after a very intense quarterfinal round. We are now in the semi-finals, and the final is just, it's just within our grasp. We feel कि हमें थोड़ा सा advantage है GF17 Thunders के ऊपर, but the Rolling Thunders are a very, very organized team, and we are very wary of them. So we'll be very careful. Will be the best that we can do, and let's see. So one advantage that we have is that they are comprised of the two GF17s, and they are loaded with SD10s only, so not to worry about any short range missiles, no surprise package, and just having a look around and waiting for the takeoff signal and ready for action. And we have go signal, we are taking off. So just following up behind Spark and lining up just behind him, crossing 1000 feet. So the strategy is okay, we'll try to approach them as close as possible as we can, and फिर उसके बाद देखेंगे where things go from there. So leveling off, increasing our speed, keeping an eye on Spark, and there he goes vertical. And we are following him. The approach is different for our climb angle this time. Rather than having a steady climb all the way up to 40,000 feet, we thought why not test physics a bit, and Spark came up with the idea, okay Janab, let's go through the denser air very quickly so that the engines don't burn a lot of fuel, and then level off and then climb through the thinner air. So let's see if it pays off. Big brain time. Right, so after 14,000 feet, just going through still a steep angle, lower speed, but want to get out of this thick air as soon as possible. And now to relatively generous climb angle. Right, so 19,000 feet, maintaining good speed and starting to increase now, and hopefully by the time we will approach the battlefield, we will be in a good position. So strategy remains the same. हम expect कर रहे हैं कि एक 2 ship formation JF-17s की होगी और हम अपने दरमियान टारगेट स्प्लिट अप कर लेंगे. स्पार्क विल टेक द लीड टारगेट और मैं उसको फिर क्लोजली फॉलो करूँगा. आई विल टेक ऑन द ट्रेलर. So we can see Spark just a small dot left hand side, and now we are increasing after gaining some speed, trying to gain some good altitude. Scope seems to be clear, so far so good. Fuel's okay, not a problem over there, and just the tension building up. So the semi-final, if we make it through the semi-final, we'll have the final just following up the same day. So pretty excited about it, and it's just playing on the nerves as well. This is the first tournament, and there we can see 2 guys 20,000 feet, and they're flanking us. So they're not heading towards the bullseye, they are flanking us. So let's see how we plan this. हम continuously राब्ते में हैं Spark के साथ, and he will be guiding us through this engagement. He is the leader in this engagement, by the way, and whatever he says, we'll see. We can see his contrails on the left hand side corner. There he is. We are through 27,000 feet. Speed now Mach 1.2. Yep, 2 guys there through 30,000. और हम भी 30,000 क्लियर कर गए हैं. So speed and altitude not so much of an issue now, but the fact that they are flanking and moving away from the battlefield is a bit of a problem. So we still got good fuel, not to worry about that. Increasing altitude at the same time. लेकिन ये जो battlefield से दूसरी जानिब जा रहे हैं और ये इनफैक्ट पहाड़ों की जानिब जा रहे हैं. That is their strategy कि ये लो लेवल में पहाड़ों में गेम डालेंगे. So now we understand why the flank, ताकि समंदर से दूर हो जाएं. समंदर के ऊपर ये जंग ना लड़ी जाए, ये जंग लो लेवल में पहाड़ों पे लड़ी जाए. So just a bit of understanding of their tactics. We'll have to follow them. We don't have a choice. तो हम थोड़ा सा taking just a smooth left-hander at 36,000 feet, making sure the speed is not compromised, and just growing in altitude all the time. We have them, and they are almost going diagonal. They're almost going the other way, and we can see that now we see one guy turning in. So I think Spark is going to take him on, and we are going to take on the other guy. So both have very good altitude, but we see one JF-17 turning in hot, and there I make a left-hander to get into a tussle with the trailer. And also flank him a bit as well. So we are now in the battlefield area. I am waiting on my guy to go hot on me. I'm going to turn into him. 40,000 feet speed is alright, not too bad. Still got some fuel to play with in the wing bags. और radar के अंदर भी हमें नज़र आ रहे हैं. Just have to turn into the guys now. और data link हमें feed कर रहा है from the AVAX. There are 2 bogies. Alright, it's time to select the selective jettison, get rid of the bags as soon as we can. On the radar screen we can see 2 contacts. We know that Spark is going for the lead, and yep, 2 contacts there. We are going to take on the trailer, locked onto him. He's at 60 miles and closing. We got good speed now. So the speed is not a problem. The altitude is good. We were able to have some fuel. The other guy's at 42,000. And we're preparing to launch a Fox. And Fox 3. And going into a crank on the left. और अपने altitude भी गिराते हुए साथ साथ. सो मिसाइल फायर करने के बाद आपने सीधा टारगेट की तरफ बढ़ते नहीं रहना होता, बिकॉज काफ़ी चांस होता है कि आपकी तरफ भी मिसाइल आ रहा होगा. तो आप थोड़ा सा टर्न करके और रेडार की जो नाक में जो मुड़ने की खसूसियत होती है उसका इस्तेमाल लाते हुए आप करते हैं, और इस चीज़ को क्रैंकिंग कहा जाता है. इस वक्त हम क्रैंक करके लेफ़्ट जा रहे हैं अपना एल्टीट्यूड भी इंक्रीज़ करते हुए, और इस सारे अरसे में हमने अपने टारगेट को लॉक किया हुआ है. एंड इट सीम्स कि हमने अपना लॉक लूज़ कर दिया है, और टारगेट लॉक लूज़ करने का मतलब है कि हमारा मिसाइल ज़ाया हो चुका है और कोई खातिर खा फ़ायदा नहीं उठा सके. दोबारा लॉक करने के बावजूद भी हम देखते हैं कि मिसाइल दोबारा उसकी तरफ देखता है कि नहीं. और मीनवाइल अभी तक हमें कोई वार्निंग नहीं आई है कि हमारी तरफ शायद कोई मिसाइल आ रहा हो, तो ये भी एक अच्छी खासी है. बट इट सीम्स लाइक कि जो हमारा टारगेट है वो बहुत ही लो एल्टीट्यूड पे है, तो अगर हमारा मिसाइल उसको चेज़ कर भी लेगा तो उसकी तरफ नहीं जा सकेगा. मीनवाइल हम डिस्टेंस घटाते हुए, यू कैन सी इज़ जस्ट डाउन टू 3000 फीट, 3000 फुट पे है, बिल्कुल ज़मीन के साथ साथ है. और हम बड़ी हाई स्पीड से ऊपर से नीचे आते हुए, सो वी हैव अ बिट ऑफ एन हाइट एडवांटेज. Good parameters will send another Fox his way. The Fox closing in very quickly. और हम भी इंतज़ार कर रहे हैं किसी की मिसाइल का. बट थोड़ा सा हमें एडवांटेज ये है कि हम हाइट से इस पे अटैक कर रहे हैं, और अगर हमारी तरफ कोई मिसाइल आएगा भी तो उसको काफ़ी अल्टीट्यूड क्लाइम करना पड़ेगा और उसमें काफ़ी एनर्जी लूज़ करेगा. एंड वी आर गोइंग विद अ टिपिकल स्ट्रैटेजी. Pushing into him. We've got a radar warning. We've launched a missile closer to 9 miles and now braking hard and losing altitudes. Braking left, braking. Too many high G's. We don't want to crash. Oh, we have just recovered, and again. Very high G's. We're getting a warning that we are about to leave the combat area. That can be a big problem. Turning in, I don't know कि हमारा मिसाइल engage हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ. We have no idea. Turning back in. Okay, seems we are back in the combat zone. Oh yep. We have control. Alright, G. So our missiles hit. GF-17 is down, and we'll have to see in the attack view what really happened. So it seems like Spark got his guy and I got mine. So we win round 1. The scope is clear. Alright, let's have a look at the attack view. And alright, okay, so we were up against Nito, and Spark is up against Blaze. So this is going to be an interesting fight. Closing in really quickly. You can see we just dumped our tanks on the left hand side. Oh, Spark is aggressive. He's got very good speed. In fact, he's very good manager of speed and altitude. Much better than us. So he launches his Fox at Blaze and goes Mach 4. Pretty good speed. But our eyes are locked on to NATO. And Nito and Blaze both being experienced players. Blaze launches an ST10 pretty late. That could be an interesting tactic. Maybe it could just surprise Spark, or the missile has good speed, the SD10. SD10 of course heavier and faster. और स्पार्क जो हैं अभी भी आगे बढ़ते हुए जा रहे हैं. He's cranking and notching and still moving towards the target. So the strategy of the GF-17 is very, very clear. They are going to launch their missiles and then they are going to hit the deck in the mountains. So that was their strategy. Now we can clearly understand and bring the fight much closer in the range of the much faster SD10. तो ये इनका plan था. As we can see, Spark and Blaze exit the battlefield, or now I can see my missile heading towards Nito, and as I can see, the Nito is really losing altitude really quickly. और हम उसको pursue करते हुए, maybe if he could have launched a missile earlier, we would have gone defensive, but हम देख सकते हैं कि जो हमारा missile है, that has been trashed. वो track नहीं कर रहा अपने target को. And Nito is really low now. So 30 nautical miles का फासला रह गया. Now he turns into us just around 4,000 feet. हम 25,000 फुट की बुलंदी से नीचे देखते हुए आ रहे हैं और हमारी स्पीड उससे बहुत तेज़ है. तो ये स्पीड का जो डिफरेंस है, that could be very crucial in these kind of engagements. And we are just heading into him head on. And he's much lower and much slower, so don't really understand what the strategy is. And there we launch our AMRAM at a decent distance, and we get SD10 on our face as well. But see that the SD10 has to climb all the way, or they can launch hote hi how slow the SD10 was. It's still pretty quick, even though it's slow from a generic speed, and he's rising. And we just launched a missile बिल्कुल last moment पे and forced the SD10 to change the direction drastically, and it loses all its speed now. But हमारा जो AMRAM है, it's got great energy. So the SD10 is trashed. Our AMRAM still going very close in to Nito, and we'll just go in and move in. Oh yep, it is going. It's got a bit of a speed advantage as well. And we see Nito climbing and not really going away, in fact turning into the missile and getting hit. So that was round 1, ladies and gentlemen. We went on to win round 2 and then marched on to the final. So that is that. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, your feedback is great. Do like and subscribe our channel. This is Phantom signing off.